Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights, Friday edition. Yeah.
Ah.
For all of those people who like Fridays.
Yep, for those people.
Also, first of the month edition.
Ooh, yep, just paid my rent.
All the brokies, make some noise. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yep,
If you
just
barely got a dollar, make noise.
okay, got a little more than $1.
Got more than a dollar? You're
Got a
doing
little more
good.
than
It's the
$1.
first of the month. After that.
Girl, wake up, get up.
That's right. The first of the month.
Wake up, get up.
All right. And it's also Thug is Free edition. Hey.
Listen, remember when Tory Lane's daddy
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
remember when remember when Tory Lane's daddy was like, this is a miscarriage of justice
Yep.
in his very Caribbean accent. Um Now, I don't know what the goings on were, right? Like the things that brought these men to trial, because it wasn't just him, but I
Right.
don't know what the goings on were, what they were doing. I don't know. I don't know what's true, what's not true about what criminal activity happened. But what I do know,
Well, we know what what he was charged with.
I know what he was charged with. I'm saying I personally don't know whether he was guilty or not guilty, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they were doing, but the way the justice system works is that that's not really of significance if you bring something to trial and you don't do it with honesty and integrity. It doesn't matter.
What my
Some
esteemed co-host is trying to say in a lot of words is that you can charge niggas with whatever you want, but you got to be able to prove that shit.
You got to be able to prove it, and you have to be. It is of importance for attorneys to be, and whoever is involved in prosecuting, to do it to the letter of the law. So when things go a little haywire in court, which we saw happening for, I don't know, the better part of a year or
More than
longer,
that. More than that.
naturally, or maybe not naturally, because we don't all know how the legal system works, but this sort of thing would happen. It would come down to there's been too much mess, and now they got to make a decision on whether the mess taints the case or not. I feel like that's what a lot of the last few months have been, is just a whole lot of messy stuff with the judges. There were multiple judges. There were this, there were that. Bottom line here is that Thug is now at home. As of yesterday, he was put on 15 years probation.
Right. And so I want
Um,
to read something about that, but first finish.
right, because I was gonna say, if he stays on the straight and narrow, he won't see the inside of a jail cell. However, 15 years is a very long time, and that 15 years, that penalty comes with a hefty consequence. He could still end up in prison for 20 years if he doesn't stay on the straight and narrow. So, but
Okay.
congratulations to him, and apparently Mariah the Scientist, because they've been reunited over their love.
Yes. So technically, Thug
Mm-hmm.
is not free, which a lot of people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Thug was sentenced to 40 years
Mm-hmm.
with a significant portion suspended. he will serve 15 years probation, with 5 years initially counted as time served. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 20, right? That's the idea. However, if he violates his probation, he will face an additional 20 years in custody.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets a little weird for me, because I'm happy that the trial is over. We have called it a circus. It has been a circus. It's been nuts. 3 judges, all type of crazy stuff. It's been bananas. And I'm glad it's over. However, truly, I wish there was a mistrial. Now, I understand that several times his defense attorneys asked for a mistrial with prejudice, meaning mistrial and y'all can never try us again.
Yeah.
It's over forever. Like with the Alec Baldwin situation, right? It was dismissed with prejudice. Now, that was denied. I wish that they took a mistrial instead, because it seems like this is still a sticky situation.
Yeah.
Glass half full, yes. He's out of prison. He's no longer mandated to be in there, and he has 15 years of probation. However, if he gets caught slipping in any way, he's going to do 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And I understand that people are happy that he's home, but let's not skip over what happens if he violates probation in any way. And let me be clear for those who don't have anyone in their life who has ever been on probation. There's mad shit you can do that violates probation.
Yeah.
It's a long ass list that belongs on a scroll.
You can show up late to meeting with your probation officer, and that could be your strike. It could be as simple as that.
Yeah. So that's what worries me. Not that I think he's some super thug gangster, not that I think he's the leader of a crime ring, not that I think he's a murderer. To me, what worries me is that this gentleman could be doing mostly everything right and do a little something wrong, and now he's got to do 20 years. That worries me. And I hope that does not happen. I think truly he deserved a mistrial. I am shocked that he did not get a mistrial, or rather they didn't take the mistrial. I guess they figured it's better to be on probation and be over with it than take the mistrial, but possibly go back to a second court case later on. And so that's their decision that they will have to live with. And if they agreed on it, and if Young Thug is happy, then I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But that's my concern, although I am happy that he is no longer locked up.
Yeah. It was a long, long trial. They said it was one of the longest trials in history.
It was the longest trial in the state of Georgia, period.
Yeah. So it's good that they're able to put it to bed. I'm with you on that. I think it's very sticky. Because it's probably pretty easy for him to violate that probation, but also
Violate, quote unquote.
Right. But I also kind of feel like it was designed that way.
Oh yeah, probation is exactly designed that way.
It's meant to rehabilitate you, so would hate to see for him to have to go down that road again, but hopefully that is not the case.
Yeah. Speaking of going down roads again, maybe because of Thug, this takes us right to our next topic.
Okay.
Thug tweeted not too long ago, and everybody knew this is something that everybody heard about by now. But Thug tweeted basically, I'm paraphrasing, summarizing, that he wanted to end the beef between Drake and Future. He basically said, let's end this beef and get back to doing what we do. And so, according to Elliot Wilson, that's exactly what's going on. But let me play it so y'all can hear it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say.
I don't see that. Drake and Future got on the phone and it resolved their difference. Wait. If you should. What time get live? Good authority, Drake and Future at least got on the phone and resolved their differences. I don't know what that means. Obviously, we saw Young Thug. I mean, not that Thug. Yeah, Young Thug from prison. So they put out the energy of, hey guys, let's get it back going. So I think that helped the energy when Future posted it. Yeah. So I know they did. All I can really say is they got on the phone and whatever scene of the issues, they seem to come to a place of resolving that. Metro not included. There's no trust there still in Metro, but I do believe the Drake and Future are back on the same page. What the reveal will be, I don't know, but probably with the music out there when it's time. Like, do we get a Drake party album? Does Drake come out with a single with Future? Does Future come out with Future? I think we get another Future album. It's crazy. I think with album, you never know. So, I think he comes back out with good music, but I think it's very interesting that, you know, the guy was part of this trust movement, trust you, still don't trust you. But, you know, obviously, we know Drake and Future have so much history. Drake obviously was one saying he didn't really know we never really met Drew. He got the license of all the taps and all the B20. So it makes sense in some capacity. But yeah, all I know is that I can say with my chest, people may deny it, but I heard very clearly that they got on the phone at least and they're in a different place. I'm pretty sure. So
All right, there you have it. From Elliot Wilson, the legend. There it is. I toss it to you.
Think we about to get another What a Time to Be Alive?
No.
Okay.
Metro Boomin produced a lot of that project.
Did he? I don't know. I just know that it's the project they did together. So, but what do I think about this? This is good. I only want rappers beefing when they're making music. I don't care about anything else when it comes to that. I just want good music out of it. But outside of that, I'm not encouraging that they feud. So this is good. They were friends. They had a problem. They figured out a way to fix it. That's what human beings do. Everybody doesn't get to make up. That's also human nature. But it's always nice when two people who have a tight relationship figure out a way back to each other. So if now they're friends, they're boys, whatever this is, good for them. They've made some good music together. So I do hope that this means that we'll get some new music from them. I said it the other day. I would love a Drake summer album. I don't think we're getting one, but I would love a Drake summer album. So, maybe they do a little 3.5 minutes together. A little 3 minutes and 54 seconds. These days it's a little less. These days it's more like 2 minutes and 43 seconds, but it's fine. It's
Yes. 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
You're right. 2:29 really
think...
pisses me off because it's like you couldn't even get to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You really couldn't. Anyway.
Too much hot fire.
Right.
Had to get out the booth, out the whole situation.
It was like you could have even breathed into the mic and it would have added that additional second. That's all you had to do.
Nah, none of that.
Anyway.
That would require artists caring about the listener.
Or never mind. We're gonna end up down a rabbit hole we don't need to go down. So anyway.
Do you think there was better music from them two collabing or from this beef? Think about it. Just take a second and think about what I'm asking you, right? Because you got What a Time to Be Alive and a couple other collabs, couple slaps, as the kids say, bops. But think about the records that came from the beef, which started arguably with Like That. Did you get better records when they were homies or when they were frenemies?
It depends on what you think a better record is. I
Do
think
you think do you think
when
there's a
they were
better
making,
record than like that and not like us?
I don't like the question that you're asking me because back in 2015, when What a Time to Be Alive was when it came out, Drake was making better music.
You think that you listened to that album recently? Honestly asking.
Not recently, no. But I'm just saying Drake himself was making better music around that time. Like I was more interested in Drake's music in 2015 than I am in 2024 or 2023 or 2022 or 2021. Like it's been a while since I've been excited about Drake's music.
Okay.
So I don't think that there is, when we're talking about him specifically, I don't think that
But we're not
I
talking
don't
about it
I
specifically. We're
don't think we
talking
could.
about I was asking about what you said, which is when they were cool, they made good music together. I'm asking you, do you think the music they made together is better or the music that they made when they were beefing was better?
But they didn't make that music together, so how could we compare it? Because
Okay,
Not
now
Like Us song
you're not getting what I'm asking you.
is a Kendrick Lamar song, and
But we got two full albums of Future and Metro dissing Drake with mad features. ASAP Rocky.
I only listened to one of them. I
Okay,
didn't listen to the second one.
we can move on. It's fine. It's okay.
Well, obviously you think that. So what are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't listen to Drake and Future together. I don't really listen to Drake or Future. I think that's already clear. And I got my Nas shirt on for a reason here.
Well, so
Um,
I'm just trying to understand your line of questioning.
I'm asking about you.
If you don't think that,
I don't have a horse in this race.
oh, because it sounded like you were trying to lead me to the music was better when they were apart. So if that's
No,
the
I was
case,
asking you your opinion, and so that's it. I don't have an opinion because I don't listen to those guys. So
oh, it felt very much like you were disputing my opinion.
I was just trying to be clear in my question, which you weren't understanding. That's why I was like, all right, we can keep it moving. What do I think about Future and Drake reuniting? If it's good for them, then great. I don't care. Honestly, I don't listen to them like that. I know the popular songs because they're popular and they're spinning and they're everywhere you go. But I don't really listen to Drake today. I am very public with that. And I don't listen to Future. And the records they're going to make together, I'm probably not going to listen to them. That's not me hating. I'm not saying those songs suck. I'm not saying those songs are bad. I'm just saying I'm not part of their fan bases. So for me, I don't really care.
I'm not part of Future's fan base either.
I didn't say you were a part of their fan base. I'm
I,
just responding to the news of them reuniting or
I was,
squashing the beef.
oh, and I was just having a conversation because this is.
Go for it.
I was just responding. Was it? I don't listen to Future's music either. Like if it didn't play on the radio, I didn't hear it. Except for What a Time to Be Alive, because again, I was very much a Drake fan during that time. And in fact, I saw them when they came to New York. I went to the concert. I thought it was a great show. I mean, it was mostly Drake, but I thought it was a great show. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you we could debate the quality of music. I haven't listened to What a Time to Be Alive in years at this point, so I don't want to sit here and try to compare something that I haven't listened to in a long time. But what I can say is I liked what they did before. I think it would be cool if they did more music together. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying one is better, one era is better than the other, or what. I think for Drake, yes, his older era was better, but All right, we can move on.
What? You contradicted yourself. That was funny.
Okay, so what's the next topic?
You have our next topic.
All right. So, so it was announced that Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah were awarded national medals of art. And apparently quite a few people were. There were a total of 39 people who received the award last week on October 21st. So a lot of them went to the White House to receive their medals. It's presented by the president. I do have something here because we were trying to figure out exactly what the National Medal of Arts is. I know I know there's other national medals like the National Medal of Freedom, the National Medal of, I think there's a Medal of Valor, something like that. Anyway, um, so according to the arts.gov website, it says the National Medal of Arts is the highest award given to artists and arts patrons by the United States government. The National Medal of Arts is awarded by the President of the United States to individuals or groups who are deserving of special recognition by reason of their outstanding contributions to the excellence, growth, support, and ability of the arts in the United States. These are, oh, and they take their okay, so these are 20, I think these are the people who were awarded for 2023, but they just did the ceremony.
So a year and change later?
Yeah, because this says this website says 2023. So
Okay.
maybe, I don't know how it works. I don't know how the
Well, maybe
timing.
they're like, the Grammys and stuff like that. Maybe you get awarded this year for what you did last year.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what it is. Like they're being honored in the 2023 year, but the actual medals were granted last week.
That makes sense. I mean, it's really late in the year to do that, but hey, I guess the White House has other shit going on, right?
Yeah. And there were a bunch of people. I'm not gonna name everyone, but Spike Lee was, so in addition to Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah, and those two are very important because they're the first two rappers to receive the medal. Um,
That is important.
that's why their names in particular have been floating around because they are the first rappers to receive
Well,
them.
congratulations to them because that's a great feat.
I know, and I love that they're getting their flowers. I think it's really great that we're still hearing their names. I mean, they're not gone by any stretch of the imagination. They're out
No,
there doing things in different ways, um, but I feel like sometimes certain artists, their era, if you will, ends, and then
right,
you don't hear a whole lot about them. I'm glad that people are still getting their flowers even long after those eras have slowed down.
right.
Um, but in
I
addition,
agree.
yeah, so they all took photos with the president um, in the Oval.
Was he awake or was he sleeping? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It's too easy.
In some of them, his eyes are more open than others.
All right, see, there you go. Maybe he
The one
took a nap.
with
You know what I mean? He was like, Spike, who?
the one
Come on,
with
guy. Come on,
the one with
Spike.
the
I'm waiting for you.
you're waiting for me. It's me you're waiting for. Funny. I didn't realize it was me who was being waited on. Okay.
I had a good nap. You didn't see me napping?
Spike Lee. Queen Latifah, Selena.
Selena?
Yeah, it's a posthumous award.
Okay,
Steven Spielberg. I think those are the biggest ones. And then there's some that are like a lot older. But yeah. Yeah. I feel like they're not showing us all of them because there were supposed to be 39 people and this is like 9. But yeah. So wait. So that said 2020. I'm so confused. What happens when I filter by 2024? No medals awarded with selected criteria. Okay, so we're right. So what they just did was 2023. That's so bizarre.
When did Selena die?
A very long time ago.
No, because like we were kids.
Oh yeah, and I've seen the movie a million times, and she was already gone.
Okay.
Yeah, she died in 1995. We were 8.
So why on
Well, you
God's
were 8.
green earth? You're shady. Why on God's green earth
I was not 8
did
yet.
Selena get an art award in the year of our Lord 2024?
I don't know.
Did they just run out of people to give the award to?
I don't know, and I don't know why they're only showing us a handful of people because apparently Aaron Sorkin was awarded. Oh, maybe he just wasn't. Maybe he didn't go. Maybe whoever didn't show up to the White House didn't get a photo, but Selena got a photo. I don't know. This is very confusing.
Oh, she
Congratulations.
returned from the grave to get her to take the
No,
picture with the president.
I mean, there's a photo of her on the site.
Oh,
Congratulations to everybody who won this, who was awarded this medal. Congratulations to Queen Latifah and Missy Elliott. It's really exciting for them. Like I said, I'm very excited, and yeah, yep,
yes, congratulations to Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah for their accomplishment. I hope more rappers get this award.
agree.
Even the ones that died in 1995. You know, maybe Eazy-E will get the award next year.
Yep, maybe.
And then they can put his picture on the website too. You know? And he'll be amongst great company.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What type of crock of shit is this?
All right. I should have known you weren't done.
But no, but seriously, because I was gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here. But then I just couldn't do it.
You just couldn't.
Selena for 2023.
Selena Quintanilla, yes.
What accomplishment did Selena do? You read the requirements. Which of those requirements did Selena hit in 2023? Somebody, anybody, please explain it to me like I'm 5.
Here's the thing. I would like to have this conversation with you, but I cannot have this conversation with you while the camera is rolling.
Exactly. Because
Because,
you know that this is some grade A bullshit.
well, I was going to use someone else as an example of where similar things happen, where I'm always confused, not because, and this, I'm not talking about Selena right now, so please just keep that in mind. But there is an artist who is no longer with us who often gets praised in ways that I never understand because I don't think that artist was. I don't think that artist reached the level of success in their career for us to treat them that way. And I know that's very controversial to say because they say you shouldn't speak ill on the dead. But I honestly feel, I have had this conversation before privately, but I honestly feel that there are certain people that we just have or like there's a public affinity for. So we continue to try to, there's nothing wrong with keeping a person's name alive, continuing to showcase people's talents. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I do think that sometimes it's a little strange when certain things are done in the name of people who are no longer with us. I will say that. I think that's fair to say.
I understand what you're saying. Selena was a star. I'm not doubting that. What I'm confused about is what the hell does Selena do in 2023 to make this 2023 list?
I get
I
it.
could understand someone who even passed away in 2023, right? If you said, hey, artist A was doing a great job, they were number one on the charts, they had sold out shows, whatever, even a painter, you could say, oh, this painter, their art was auctioned off for millions of dollars, they did great contributions, etc. But unfortunately, they passed away at the end of 2023. I could understand that. The nigga died at 95. What are we talking about? What did she do in 2023 from the grave? Explain it to me, because if she's not Beetlejuice, I don't know what's going on here.
No, I hear you. I do. I very much understand what you're saying. I don't always think we get to choose. So I think this is one of those things where,
An
they made
intern must have did that shit.
who?
An intern.
Also, you have to remember, we are in a different time right now. So you've been very sassy this episode.
I just breathed and changed my position, waiting to accept what you were going to say,
You
waiting
think
to
your body
receive it.
language is not you think I can't read your body language?
I don't know what you're about to say, so I'm just bracing myself, because when people say, we're in a different era right now, usually
I
some.
didn't say we're in a different era. I said we are living in a time. We are living in a time where people are trying to highlight different versions of success and different versions of talent. Um, it is possible that this choice or some of the choices they make are because they're trying to create a more well-rounded roster. That doesn't mean that there aren't people who are alive who could be a part of the roster. I honestly don't know who's won this award prior to this 2023 year. I have no idea. I've never looked into it. This is the first time I'm hearing about this award before us
Same.
talking about it. So I can't speak to who got it before and who didn't. But what I can say is I do feel like we are living in a time where people are trying to course correct, make things more well-rounded, make things more diverse. So a pick like Selena probably fulfills that in some way. So maybe it was an intern who chose it, but maybe it was someone who was like, we need a little bit more diversity.
There's mad Hispanic diverse people they could have chose from, and
I
that's my
understand.
confusion. I'm not
I
beefing
understand.
with you. I just feel like, what happened? Did somebody just pick Selena's name out of their ass? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, there are so many people who are alive and talented and doing things that hit those requirements, that even if it was, hey, we needed a quote unquote Latin artist, you could have put a Latin artist. Like, there's mad Latin artists out there. I'm sure if we Google top Latin acts today, Selena would probably not be at the top. And even if she was, She still didn't do whatever those things are in 2023. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me blow your mind.
No, I don't want you to blow my mind.
So it turns out, after looking back at the Billboard article, this event that they had last week was to honor the 2022 recipients and the 2023 recipients. That's why I was only seeing a handful of people under 2023. So now when I flipped it to 2022, there's Missy. Oh, the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Got it. Also, Idina Menzel was 2022. Eva Longoria was 2022. Bruce Sagan, he's an arts leader. Okay, so my point here is I don't really know what's going on over there at the White House. And you know what? Quite frankly, it's none of my business. Congratulations to all of the recipients, especially the ones we love. I don't know. I don't have answers to your questions. I have those questions too. I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. We never introduced ourselves, but I'm JD, aka He Who Pods, and the reflection in my glasses that has been with you for all 30 minutes also makes me rearview mirror. This is my esteemed co-host, Dashing D, aka Dash, aka Cool Grandma, but not really, aka
Yep.
Poof Vamoose, son of a bitch, aka sometimes you got to put up with JD's bullshit. Have a great weekend. We will see y'all on Monday.
Bye.